Emma Thompson lived in a small Lancashire town where dreams often seemed like distant whispers. Her life was a careful dance between hope and survival. Every morning, she woke before the sun could peek through the worn curtains, her hands moving, with practiced precision to prepare her father's morning routine. The small cottage they called home told stories of struggle, faded wallpaper, carefully mended furniture, and shelves filled with memories of better times. Emma's world revolved around two things: her father's care and her secret dream of becoming a nurse. Her job at the local cafe was nothing glamorous. Endless cups of tea, greasy breakfast plates, and tired factory workers filled her days. The cafe was a simple place: white tiles, chipped mugs, and the constant smell of burnt toast and strong coffee. Emma moved between tables with a quiet grace, her smile hiding the weight of her responsibilities. Robert Thompson, her father, sat in his worn armchair by the window. Once a strong factory worker, he was now a shadow of his former self. Years of hard labor had taken their toll, leaving him weak but still filled with love for his daughter. Medical bills piled up like silent monsters, threatening to consume their already fragile financial stability. Emma's mornings were a carefully choreographed routine: wake up at 5 a.m., prepare father's medication, make a simple breakfast, dress him carefully, clean the house, and then rush to her morning shift. Her colleagues never saw the strength behind her tired eyes, the determination that burned quietly within her. Money was always a challenge. Emma counted every penny like it was a precious treasure. Her uniform was always clean, but visibly mashed, her shoes worn but polished. She would walk to work when possible, saving every bit of bus fare. Lunch was usually a simple sandwich she prepared at home, packed carefully in a worn lunchbox. Michael Roberts, her childhood friend, was her only real support. He would sometimes stop by, bringing small groceries or helping with household chores. "You're doing amazing," he would say, understanding the silent struggle Emma faced every day. At night, after caring for her father and completing her cafe shift, Emma would study. Medical books borrowed from the local library, nursing journals found in second-hand shops, these were her treasures. She would read by the soft lamplight, her father sleeping nearby, her dreams taking shape in the quiet moments. The nursing school application was her lifeline. Hidden in her dresser drawer, it represented everything she hoped for: a chance to break free from the cycle of poverty, a way to provide better care for her father, a path to making a real difference in people's lives. Her town was typical of many industrial communities, small, tight-knit, where dreams were often considered luxuries. People knew each other's business, and expectations were low for young women like Emma. But she was different. She believed in something more. Some nights, doubt would creep in. The medical bills, her father's declining health, her limited income, these were mountains that seemed impossible to climb. But Emma had a quiet strength that refused to be broken. She would look at her father, see his proud eyes, and find the courage to continue. The application was more than paper. It was hope, packaged in careful words and neatly filled forms. Emma knew her chances were slim. No fancy recommendations, no connections, just pure determination and hard work. Her room was small but organized, a pinboard with medical posters, a shelf of carefully preserved books, and the nursing school application. These were her most valuable possessions. Each item told a story of hope, of a young woman refusing to be defined by her circumstances. As winter approached, Emma's determination grew stronger. The cold seemed to match her resolve, sharp, unyielding, beautiful in its simplicity. She knew the path would not be easy, but she was ready to fight. Her father would often tell her, "You will do great things," his voice weak but filled with pride. Those words became her daily motivation, a reminder that love and hope could overcome any obstacle. Emma's story was a testament to human resilience. In a world that often overlooked quiet struggles, she was a beacon of hope, a young woman who believed that her dreams were valid, her struggles meaningful, her future unlimited. The Emma stared at the medical bills spread across the kitchen table, her hands trembling. The numbers seemed to dance mockingly before her eyes, hundreds of pounds that might as well have been millions. Her father's recent hospital visit had pushed their financial situation from difficult to impossible. The winter light filtered through the thin curtains, casting long shadows across the worn wooden floor. Robert Thompson lay in the bedroom, his breathing shallow, unaware of the financial storm brewing around him. Emma's mind raced, calculating every possible option. Her cafe job paid barely enough to cover their basic needs. Each medical bill was like another brick in a wall threatening to crush her dreams. She looked at the nursing school application, now seeming like a distant dream. How could she pursue her education when her father needed constant care? Michael Roberts found her that afternoon, surrounded by papers and unpaid bills. He brought groceries, simple things like bread, milk, and a few extra vegetables. His eyes caught the worry etched deeply in Emma's face. "What's happening?" he asked, setting down the bags. The story tumbled out. Her father's additional medication, unexpected hospital tests, the specialist consultation, each item another financial blow. Emma had been picking up extra shifts, cutting back on everything possible. Her winter coat had developed a small tear she couldn't afford to mend. Meals had become smaller, more carefully portioned. "I might need to defer my nursing application," Emma whispered, the words feeling like a betrayal of her own dreams. Michael watched her carefully, understanding the weight of her decision. In their small town, opportunities were rare. Letting go of one dream often meant letting go of many others. The local community center became Emma's lifeline. She discovered support groups for caregivers, learned about medical assistance programs, and began networking with social workers. Each conversation was a potential solution, each contact a possible lifeline. Her routine became even more demanding. Morning shifts at the cafe, afternoon care for her father, evening research on financial assistance. She learned to negotiate with medical billing departments, to fill out complex forms, to fight for every possible discount. The town noticed her struggle. Mrs. Henderson from the bakery would slip extra bread into her bag. Old Mr. Williams, who visited the cafe daily, would leave slightly larger tips, small kindnesses that meant everything in their tight-knit community. Emma's determination surprised even herself. She created a strict budget, tracking every single penny. Old clothes were mended, not replaced. Electricity was used sparingly. Meals became creative combinations of affordable ingredients. Her father never knew the extent of their financial challenges. Nights were the hardest. After caring for her father, after completing her research, Emma would sit by the window, watching the town grow quiet. Her nursing school application remained her beacon of hope, a reminder that this struggle was temporary. Michael became her unexpected support system. He helped with household chores, brought medical information from the local library, and provided emotional support. "You're not alone," he would remind her, his friendship a constant source of strength. The local church group heard about her situation. They organized a small fundraiser, collecting money to help with medical expenses. Emma felt both grateful and slightly embarrassed, understanding the power of community support. Her father's health remained her primary concern. Despite financial challenges, she ensured he received proper medication, nutritious meals, and gentle care. Love, she discovered, could be the most powerful medicine of all. Some nights, exhaustion would overwhelm her. Tears would fall silently as she calculated their limited options. But each morning, she would wake up, straighten her shoulders, and face another day with remarkable courage. The nursing school application remained her secret weapon, a symbol of hope, a promise of a better future. Emma knew that education was her ticket out of their current situation. Every challenge was another lesson in resilience. Her story was not unique in their small town. Many families faced similar struggles, but Emma's determination set her apart, a quiet strength that refused to be broken by circumstance. As winter continued its cold embrace, Emma's hope burned brightly. She might be struggling, but she was not defeated. Her journey was just beginning. The community center stood like a beacon of possibility on that cold winter morning. Emma clutched her application papers, her hands slightly shaking. The scholarship announcement for healthcare workers was pinned to the bulletin board. its bold letters seeming to challenge her dreams. Michael had been the one to spot the opportunity. "You should apply," he had said, his voice steady and encouraging. Emma knew the chances were slim. Hundreds of applicants would compete for a single scholarship, and her circumstances seemed impossible. Her father, Robert, watched her preparations with quiet pride. "So you have always been stronger than you know," he would tell her, his voice weak but filled with love. Emma would smile, hiding her own doubts, carefully preparing each document. The application required more than just paperwork. It demanded a story, a narrative of struggle and hope. Emma spent nights writing and rewriting her personal statement. Each word was carefully chosen, each sentence a reflection of her journey. Her life had been a constant balance between caring for her father and chasing her dreams. The nursing school scholarship represented more than just financial support. It was a chance to break the cycle of poverty, to create a better life for her family. The cafe where she worked became her practice ground. Between serving customers and managing tables, she would review her application during quiet moments. Her colleagues noticed her determination, offering small words of support and encouragement. Mrs. Peterson, the cafe owner, knew Emma's story. She had watched the young woman manage impossible challenges with grace. "You deserve this chance," she would say, sometimes giving Emma extra shifts to help with expenses. Preparing the application became a family effort. Michael helped her proofread documents. Her father offered emotional support. Even neighbors contributed, sharing stories and providing small pieces of advice. The application required recommendation letters. Emma approached her challenges carefully. She asked her cafe manager, the local community center coordinator, and her father's primary care doctor to write supporting letters. Each letter told a piece of her story, a narrative of resilience and hope. Financial documents were the most challenging part. Emma carefully collected every piece of paper, every bill, every proof of her family's economic situation. She wanted to be honest, to show both her struggle and her potential. Nights became a dance of preparation. After caring for her father, after completing her cafe shifts, Emma would sit at the small kitchen table. Spreadsheets, application forms, and medical journals surrounded her. Her determination burned brighter than the small lamp illuminating her workspace. The local library became her second home. Emma would borrow books on nursing, study medical journals, and prepare herself for potential interviews. Knowledge was her weapon, her preparation, her strength. Michael became her confidant and support system. He would bring her research materials, help her practice interview skills, and provide emotional support. "You're going to make an incredible nurse," he would remind her during moments of doubt. Her father's health remained a constant concern. Emma ensured his care continued smoothly, balancing her scholarship application with her caregiving responsibilities. Love drove her forward. Hope kept her focused. The day she submitted the application felt surreal. Walking to the community center, her documents carefully organized, Emma felt a mix of terror and excitement. Years of struggle, of quiet determination, had led to this moment. The community watched her journey. In their small town, where dreams often got lost between factory shifts and family responsibilities, Emma represented something special. A young woman refusing to be defined by her circumstances. Weeks of waiting followed. Each day felt like an eternity. Emma continued her routine, caring for her father, working at the cafe, studying whenever possible. Her hope remained steady, her determination unbroken. Her story was more than just a scholarship application. It was a testament to human resilience, to the power of love, to the possibility of transformation. Emma had turned her challenges into her greatest strength. As winter began to fade, giving way to the first hints of spring, Emma's hope continued to grow. She knew that regardless of the outcome, her journey had already transformed her. The end. The letter arrived on a grey Wednesday morning, tucked between ordinary mail and hospital bills. Emma's hands trembled as she recognized the official envelope from the Nursing Scholarship Committee. Her father watched from his armchair, his eyes filled with quiet hope. She carefully opened the envelope, her breath catching in her throat. The world seemed to stop for a moment. The words blurred, then became clear. A full scholarship to nursing school. Tears mixed with unexpected laughter, a sound that hadn't filled their small cottage in years. Robert Thompson, her father, reached out and squeezed her hand. His touch was weak but filled with pride. "I always knew you could do it," he whispered, his eyes glistening. Emma realized this moment was about more than just her personal achievement. It was a victory for their entire family. Part 1. The silent struggle. Michael arrived shortly after, bringing groceries and his usual warm smile. When Emma shared the news, he lifted her in a spontaneous hug, spinning her around their small living room. The celebration was simple but profound, a testament to years of struggle and hope. The scholarship meant more than just financial support. It represented a complete transformation of their lives. Emma would be the first in her family to pursue higher education, breaking generations of working-class limitations. Her hands traced the scholarship letter, hardly believing its reality. Practical preparations began immediately. Emma started researching textbooks, medical equipment, and required supplies. Every decision was carefully considered, every penny important. Her father watched her excitement, finding renewed energy in her dreams. The local community responded with unexpected warmth. Mrs. Peterson from the cafe organized a small celebration. Neighbors who had watched Emma's struggles brought small gifts, books, stationery, medical guidebooks. Their support was a beautiful reminder of their tight-knit community's strength. Emma's routine transformed overnight. Nursing school preparation became her new focus. She began studying medical terminology, practicing basic medical skills, and preparing herself mentally for the challenging journey ahead. Her determination burned brighter than ever. Her father's health remained a constant consideration. Emma ensured her nursing school plans included provisions for his continued care. Michael promised to help, becoming an unexpected support system. Their small network of support grew stronger with each passing day. The scholarship committee invited her for a welcome meeting. Emma prepared carefully, choosing her best outfit, a simple but neat dress she had mended herself. Her presentation highlighted not just her academic potential, but her life experiences that made her uniquely qualified. Nights became a mixture of excitement and preparation. Emma would sit beside her father, reading medical journals, discussing her future plans. Robert would listen, offering advice from his own life experiences. Their relationship deepened during these moments. The town watched her transformation. In a community where dreams often got lost between factory shifts and family responsibilities, Emma represented something special. A young woman who had turned her challenges into her greatest strength. Financial planning became crucial. Emma created detailed budgets, ensuring every scholarship dollar was carefully allocated. Textbooks, medical supplies, living expenses, each category was meticulously planned. Her mathematical skills, honed through years of managing family finances, proved invaluable. Michael continued being her strongest supporter. He helped her move preparation materials, discussed her future plans, and provided emotional support. Their friendship, tested through years of shared struggles, grew stronger. Emma's nursing school journey represented more than personal achievement. It was a beacon of hope for her entire family, a promise of better health care, a pathway to breaking generational limitations. Her father's pride was evident in every conversation. The first day of nursing school preparation felt like a dream. Emma packed her bag carefully, reviewing her materials multiple times. Her father watched her, his eyes filled with a mixture of pride and love. "You will help so many people," he would say. As summer approached, Emma's excitement grew. The scholarship was more than a financial opportunity. It was a complete life transformation. Her quiet determination had finally found its purpose. Her story was a testament to human resilience. In a world that often overlooked quiet struggles, Emma had created her own path. A path defined by love, determination, and an unwavering belief in possibilities. The end. The nursing school campus felt like another world. Emma walked through its halls, her second-hand uniform pressed and her medical textbooks carefully carried. Every step represented years of struggle, hope, and determination. Her first day was a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Other students came from different backgrounds, some wealthy, some struggling, but all united by a common dream of helping others. Emma's life experiences had prepared her differently. Where others saw challenges, she saw opportunities. Robert Thompson watched his daughter's journey from home, his health monitored carefully by Michael and local community members. Their support network had become stronger, more interconnected. Emma called home every evening, sharing her experiences, her challenges, her small victories. The nursing program was demanding. Long hours of study, practical training, medical terminology that seemed like a foreign language. But Emma approached each challenge with the same determination that had carried her through years of family struggle. Her professors noticed her unique approach, practical, compassionate, driven. Michael continued being her support system. He would help manage her father's care, bring groceries, ensure their home remained stable. Their friendship had transformed into a deep, supportive partnership. Emma knew she could rely on him completely. Her classmates slowly discovered her story. They were impressed by her resilience, her ability to manage complex personal challenges while pursuing her education. Emma became known not just for her academic skills, but for her incredible human spirit. Practical training became Emma's favorite part of the nursing program. Here, her life experiences translated directly into medical skills. She understood patient care not just as a technical skill, but as a deeply human experience. Her empathy set her apart from other students. The local community watched her journey with pride. Mrs. Peterson from the cafe would share updates about Emma's progress. Neighbors who had supported her during difficult times now celebrated her achievements. Their small towns saw her as a symbol of hope. Financial challenges continued, but now they felt different. The scholarship provided stability, and Emma's careful financial management ensured every opportunity was maximized. She even started setting aside small amounts to eventually help her father's medical expenses. Her father's health remained a constant consideration. Emma learned advanced medical care techniques, applying them carefully during her home visits. Her medical knowledge became a gift for her family, transforming their understanding of healthcare. The nursing program exposed Emma to diverse medical experiences. She learned about different patient care techniques, medical technologies, and healthcare approaches. Each lesson felt like a window to a broader world of possibilities. Michael's support continued to be crucial. He would help her prepare for exams, discuss complex medical concepts, and provide emotional support. Their friendship had grown into a deep, supportive partnership that went beyond traditional boundaries. Emma's first successful medical intervention came during a practical training session. A patient requiring complex emotional support found comfort in her approach. Her professors recognized her unique ability to combine technical skills with genuine human compassion. The local community began seeing her differently. No longer just the struggling daughter caring for her father, she was becoming a professional, a beacon of hope. Her journey inspired other young people from similar backgrounds to pursue their dreams. Weekends became a balance between study and family care. Emma would return home, apply her new medical knowledge to her father's care, and spend quality time with him. Their relationship had transformed. Now she was not just a daughter, but a trained medical professional. Her story began spreading beyond their small town. Local newspapers featured her journey, highlighting her transformation from a cafe worker to a nursing student. Emma remained humble, focusing on her primary goal, becoming the best possible nurse. As her first year of nursing school concluded, Emma reflected on her journey. The scared young woman who had submitted a scholarship application had transformed into a confident, skilled medical professional. Her life was a testament to the power of determination, love, and hope. Robert Thompson's pride was evident in every conversation. "You're helping people," he would say, his eyes filled with love. Emma understood that her journey was about more than personal achievement. It was about creating meaningful change. Her story became an inspiration. In a world that often overlooked quiet struggles, Emma had created her own path, a path defined by love, resilience, and an unwavering belief in human potential. The end.